What's up, UTV driver? Today I'm here with a pretty exciting vehicle. This is the 2023 Ford Bronco Raptor. We've been waiting for this rig for a long time, as everyone has, and we finally got our hands on one. It's a pretty exciting rig. It's got a 418 horsepower twin turbo V6. It's an EcoBoost motor, which is a really solid platform from Ford, and it's got some really cool features on it. It's got Fox live valve suspension. It has 37-inch BF Goodrich KO2s from the factory. I cannot stress enough how cool that is. So, much like the Ford F-150 Raptor, we're gonna go see what it can do off-road. Now, we had a little thought here, because kinda like the Jeep Wrangler 392 Rubicon, this thing sort of is a side-by-side. I mean, with leather seats and air conditioning and Apple CarPlay, but in spirit, that's what it is. But it also has a tow hitch, so we figured, why not see if the Ford Bronco Raptor can tow your side-by-side to the trails, wheel all day alongside your side-by-side in comfort and dry, and then hook back up and tow your side-by-side home. It's gonna be an interesting day. We've got a buddy along to help us find out. We're gonna get right into it. All right. Welcome aboard. We're here at Windrock in Oliver Springs, Tennessee, and standing next to me is the buddy I told you about. This is Jonathan Ramsey. He is a car writer extraordinaire, works for Autoblog.com and many others. He's come out today to help us out a little bit. So John has been in a UTV plenty of times before, but it's not his, well, it's not your comfort zone, is it?
Not exactly.
No, not exactly. Not yet.
Not yet.
So we figured what better way to test the capabilities of a four-wheel drive off-road crazy machine like this Bronco Raptor versus a UTV by bringing someone who's not endemic to UTVs. So on the way up, we're going to put John in the KRX. I'm going to ride behind him in the Bronco, and we're going to see what happens. But first, John, how was the ride over here? You rode with me in the Bronco. Felt pretty good, huh?
It was tall and pillowy.
Yep.
But we're here alive.
We're
so
here
I
alive.
feel like,
Yeah. 37-inch tires on the street are.
And heavy.
Yeah.
A lot of dancing.
Yeah.
From the tires and wheels.
Yep. It feels like you're moving around a lot. It does feel like a Tonka truck. I gotta say.
Well, because it is a Tonka truck.
It is a Tonka truck. It is a Tonka truck. I do have to say though, towing 70 miles an hour is about the limit, or you start to get a little bit of sway. But if you stay within that parameter, it did okay. I mean, this is a big, long rig with all of its weight at the back.
Well, how fast do you normally tow? If 70 is the limit for this, how fast
70 to 75.
Okay.
I would say 75 is
Okay.
usually like my upper limit, but like you wouldn't want to do that in this.
Right.
Anyway, we got here safely, so now we're going to test out their off-road capabilities. Let's get into what they're for. All right, we'll see you at the top of the mountain. all that sort of chatter and jitter you feel on the street because of the big tires and the off-road suspension, there's a reason that it has off-road suspension, and this is it. Right. I've been blasting Fleetwood Mac, you know, been having a little karaoke sing-along in the Bronco. I apologize to our viewers who might catch some of that. You know, I got my seat heater on with the windows down. You know, I can hear myself think. I'm not wearing a helmet because I've got curtain airbags. What would I need a helmet for? And you know, then outside I've got 37-inch tires that will get me over whatever is out here. You know, I think that's the other thing. As big as this car feels on the street, it doesn't feel that big on the trail. It's really weird. Like, I was telling the GoPro a minute ago, you know, you forget that it has 37s. When you're on the street, it won't let you forget how big the wheels and tires are. But out here, you see a rock step and go, oh, you know, I'm in a street vehicle. And then it just walks over it. And that's all down to the tires. But yeah, it's just kind of incredible how it mode shifts once you get off road. You know, it's a chameleon. And
you didn't feel the tires weren't sort of dropping off all that weight?
No. They were just carrying you down. You know, it's felt super smooth. And part of that, you know, the Wrangler Rubicon 392, the other big side-by-side off-roader that I've driven, has this too. But it's got a trail camera. When you put it in 4-low, the 12-inch screen changes to just a camera view of the trail ahead of you with 2 tire tracks on it. And where you put those tire tracks is where the tires go. So it's a cheat code. You know, I said this earlier in the video, but the 37s, you know, if 35-inch tires are the master weapons cheat on Grand Theft Auto, the 37s are just the master money cheat, all the cars, everything. Gotcha. They're unbelievable, and it is a marked difference for those 2 inches.
You're sure you don't want to trade?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I want to get it a little dirtier. I will give it over to you. Nope. I promise. I've got my side-by-side gear. I've got my helmet. Okay. I won't drag you all the way down here and make you.
You can wear this.
Yeah, you know, I'll give you your windscreen. I'll give you your heated seats. Right. We'll get to that. Okay. This is built for an American shape. You know the.
Right.
So anyway, guys, we're gonna get into some more off-roading out here. We're gonna enjoy the views here at the top of Windrock, and then we're gonna go get into some. All right, John, here we are, one of Windrock's many beautiful waterfalls. We've just done a little bit more technical off-roading, nothing that you would call serious off-roading, but a little bit more than we did this morning. Got some rocky climbs in. Has your position changed? Where are you at? What do you like? Let's start with that.
The suspension
Yep.
is good. And the screen, the little dash
Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm just keeping you informed about what all's going on.
It's bright and colorful. Yeah.
Okay, bright and colorful.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you?
That's it.
That's it. What do you not like? Same litany?
Everything else.
Everything else.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying before, I had a Polaris General XP4, XP1000.
XP4 1000.
Yes.
Yeah, yep.
That's the one, bingo. So much better in every way.
Really?
Feels more substantial, larger cabin, nicer seats, nicer to be in, ride command, navigation, like down the list.
Interesting.
So
Ride command is a handicap that Polaris, you know, it's almost not worth mentioning, right? Because like, I don't know of any other manufacturer that does a stock navigation system that's as good as Ride Command. You know, it's just kind of like.
Well, but see, again, so why wouldn't you?
Right.
For the money, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. So this is like 35 grand, right?
Yeah.
How much was your Polaris?
See, I got to look that up. So I'll look that up, and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
But it can't be. It can't cost more to make than would make it worth it.
Okay.
And then I would save the money and get the Polaris anyway. Because this is, like, even like the back is not so roomy. You've got that roller coaster bar to hit your knees on.
Right.
And I have a bruise here.
Yeah, okay. So hot, uncomfortable, doesn't feel substantial.
Well, not hot, but it's a cold day.
It is,
so
right, okay.
Otherwise.
Okay, all right, so that balances out.
Yeah.
Well, my review hasn't changed. I've been swaddled in luxury this whole time. I will say I was a little nervous about how big this thing is and some of the tighter, more technical stuff. And I said earlier in the video, you know, I've been worried about pinstriping it.
Right.
Because it costs 80 grand and I don't want to screw up nice paint. But like, okay, you know, that's
cost of doing business.
Yeah, exactly. Either don't take it off-road or it's cost of doing business. And when you do take it off-road, yeah, it hasn't flinched at anything we've seen today. Now again, we're not in Moab and we're not going after Windrock's most technical trails. We want this thing to get us home. But all that being said, it has still outperformed my expectations with Apple CarPlay and a heated seat. I cannot stress that enough. So now it's time to put you in the Bronco and me in the KRX.
Dessert.
I'm gonna get my UTV gear on, I'm gonna strap a helmet on, and I'm gonna eat your dust all the way down the mountain. We'll see you guys back at the parking lot and wrap this thing up.
We just got finished testing these with a full day of Windrock. Now it's time to tow home.
We're back. We made it. We've towed with the Bronco Raptor. I've now driven the KRX. We didn't do this at Windrock because we wanted to get our towing impressions. I gotta say, I disagree with you a little bit. I think that is a fine machine. I'm still 100% behind the suspension, and that thing retails for 30,000 bucks. That's a good deal.
But for I looked up the price for just $2 grand more. Polaris General XP 1000 Ultimate for $2 grand more substantial, does everything much nicer, bigger bed in the back, a tilt bed with a tailgate.
Okay, and you get ride command.
And you get ride command.
Which, yeah, we've said it before, we've said it again, we've said it 1,000 times. Ride command is industry standard, and for an extra $2 grand, okay, I see your point.
And I agree with you about the suspension. I agree with you that like it's just side by side it'll do.
That is a fantastic handling rig. I've never gotten into a situation in a KRX where I've thought, man, I'm really up against it here. Like it doesn't have the most horsepower of the bunch, but it will just go through and over whatever you point it at. Anyway, that's enough about the side-by-side. We talk about those all the time. What about the Bronco Raptor? What did you think? You drove it, so I towed that rig to Windrock with it. You towed it back. What did you think?
Well, I thought, so I had a little bit of time on the trail coming out,
Yep.
and big heavy, a little pillowy, a little jittery, but phenomenal.
Right? Isn't it good?
I mean, just like, it's a main battle tank. Like,
Yeah.
I've got my Abrams, and I'm just gonna giggle my way down the hill. Hooking up this to tow, you said what? This is probably about 3,000, 2,900 pounds.
The
This
trailer,
trailer,
yeah, trailer and UTV and everything, right at 3,000.
So it's a little unsettling. I'm sorry, it gets a little unsettled with, because it's what, 4,500 pounds is the.
That's the tow
max.
rating. Yeah.
Yeah. Not the most composed when you hook a trailer up to it.
Sure, it
But,
has-
I mean, for what it is this is what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
But
37s.
as a package, nothing to complain about.
Right. It's a really well-realized street car, which I think is great. You know, it's luxurious, it's comfortable, all those things we said before. Yeah, on the street, you can tell that it's an off-road oriented vehicle that rides on 37-inch tires, but I'm willing to forgive. I think I'm willing to forgive.
It is forgiven.
And again, if you need to justify your $80,000 purchase of a Bronco Raptor by saying, look, it's utilitarian. Well, we've proven that.
Look, Bronco Raptor buyers don't justify anything.
Nor should they. But
There you go.
if you found yourself in a position to justify this purchase to your father-in-law, look, we can tow the side-by-side to the woods with it. So, all in all, a successful day. Hey guys, thanks for watching. You can find us every day of the week at utvdriver.com. We got news, reviews, nonsense, anything you want. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, and we're here on YouTube every Saturday. Hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell to make sure you're notified when we post new videos, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Wow.